Are you ready? Are you ready for the first of a special two-parter Saturday news? Because there's so much going on in wrestling right now. My name is Phil Chambers and I am here with Gareth Morgan to talk about the fallout from, you probably heard about it already on Twitter and all of that, Vince McMahon banning talent from doing third-party things, I guess. They held a call last Sunday and discussed sort of the reinvention of the product, and during that call he mentioned how WWE owns the real names of talent, not just their character names, and then he followed this up with a letter to the talent, which I will just read out in full because it's kind of interesting, I guess. He just says, furthering my comments last Sunday regarding the reinvention of our product, it is imperative that we promote and protect our brand in every conceivable way. Some of you are engaged with outside third parties using our name and likeness using your name and likeness in ways that are detrimental to our company. It is imperative that these activities be terminated within the next 30 days by Friday, October the 2nd. Continued violations will result in fines, suspension, or termination at WWE's discretion. These actions are necessary in order to rebuild our brand as we enter the next phase of growth at WWE. I thank you for your cooperation in this matter and for all your efforts towards the rejuvenation of WWE, Vince. So, yeah, no word entirely as of yet exactly what he means by third parties, but you've got to kind of assume that Twitch, Cameo, YouTube, like those kind of things where they're making direct money off of their own names as well as WWE's names. How did WWE own their real names? I'm not entirely sure how that works out. But yeah, obviously there has been a lot of backlash from wrestlers and other people about this. Gareth, you've got a bit more.
There's understandably been quite a bit. There's been some people who've been a bit tongue-in-cheek with the whole thing. Obviously, they're not like directly involved with it, but then there have been people who are like obviously under the banner right now and have had to make some changes. But one of the big ones, CM Punk, obviously he's going to jump straight onto this because it's another chance just to take a shot at Vince McMahon. That's what he does. And him and Renee Young went back and forth. Renee Young's obviously recently left WWE, but then I think she's still affiliated with Fox ever so slightly with the I said Talking Smack, not Talking Smack, the other one, Backstage. So they were having a bit of a back and forth about it, but then Punk kind of laughed off the whole thing and said, all right, guys, girls, are they going to fire everyone? Just keep doing you, do not worry. So he has a point, like, if everyone does carry on doing everything, they're not going to fire everyone. They're probably just going to fire the people they see as expendable. So it's a bit, that's not great. Like, that's still not awesome at all. But yeah, they can't just let go of everyone. Like Randy Orton, people like that who just constantly go on social media and take shots at the company and everything else. Vince McMahon's not suddenly going to go, oh, Randy, get out of here. It's just never going to happen. Mick Foley came out as well. He said, don't worry, I'm still able to do cameo videos. So I don't know what contracts he's under with WWE. Maybe the Legends contracts don't necessarily have these same clauses. It might just be full-time people. We don't know. Again, it was so vague, that letter. It's just, it's super open-ended. We're going to find out more as it goes. Renee just went, so guess now would be a good time to launch my Twitch and Cameo, which probably is. You're going to win a lot of money. And then Carl Anderson, obviously he's been quite outspoken about his time in WWE recently. He simply said, F him. So that's pretty much to the point. There's been so much. Paige has changed loads of things. Obviously, she's still signed to WWE as an on-screen talent. Obviously, doesn't perform in the ring anymore, but pops up every now and again to be a manager or just like announce something. She's changed all of her social media accounts. She's changed it from official Paige WWE to Saraya official. But according to this letter, they still own their actual names, so this doesn't necessarily help. I don't know. None of us know if it does help because it's just so open-ended. But if, let's say, for example, she was to lose her Twitch accounts and lose a lot of the social media things that she does, she's so successful on Twitch with, I think she's got like 15,000 current subscribers, which is mad for Twitch. She would stand to lose probably around 45k a month just on Twitch, which is an insane amount of money. So yeah, we were talking about this just before we came on. This is going to start really nudging a few people towards thinking, well, I'm probably standing to lose more money by losing my Twitch accounts than what I'm going to earn by abiding by WWE's rules. So maybe I might have to start wandering away.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. You've got to think about the big ones, like Paige on Twitch is quite a big one. AJ Styles has been streaming a lot recently as well, and like, I mean, he's pretty high up on the food chain in WWE. Is he really just going to go, okay, fine, I'll stop streaming? Who knows? Big E with all his cameo, like, this is quite far range. Like Xavier Woods with Up, Up, Down, Down, what happens to that? That's got 2.2 million YouTube subscribers and is a huge success in its own right. What happens to all of these things if this happens? And is this the time where wrestlers might actually pull together and fight back about these things? Because you've got to think, this is literally Vince just taking money out of their hands and just going, no, you're not allowed to do this.
In the middle of the current situation, they've literally just moved the goalposts and gone, no, these are the rules now. It's just insane.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I know that a few people from AEW have commented on it, saying how great it is at AEW that they're allowed to do whatever the hell they want. I know Britt Baker did a tweet about it and things. But yeah, the former Democratic presidential candidate has also chimed in on this. Andrew Yang, he just had a bit of a Twitter thread that's gone viral. He said, if I'm not the Secretary of Labour, I'm pretty confident I'll have his or her number to talk about the ridiculous classification of WWE wrestlers as independent contractors while controlling their name and likeness for years, even for something as benign as cameo. Come on, Vince, you've already deprived the folks breaking their backs for you of healthcare, security, recovery time, retirement benefits, and fair treatment, relicenses and royalties. At least let them make a living off their own names. Many of them need it. I grew up a wrestling fan, and it's been sad to see so many of my childhood heroes pass away early. I'd feel better knowing that they and their families were being fairly treated. I look forward to doing what I can for the next generation of performers. I know how tough it is. Vince, you'd better hope your old friend Donald wins, because change is in the air and changes are long overdue where your corrupt labour practices are concerned. It would give me great pleasure that people know. So yeah, it's people quite high up in government, like recognising the very, very, very dodgy practices of WWE's contract situations.
Yeah, and it's just that, like, hearing those kind of comments, it really hammers home just how ridiculous it is. It's ridiculous, the situation is. You've got people who can't make money off live events right now, can't make that extra merchandising money because they're not on the road selling, like, the kit and being able to earn that little bit of extra by just performing in front of people. So they're being clever and they're using their initiative to go on Cameo and do all these. If anything, they're still promoting the company. They're not slamming the company. For, like, maybe AJ Styles has said a few bad things about Paul Heyman. Do you think Vince McMahon really cares about that? It's Paul Heyman. Like, it is what it is. I can't see how this doesn't benefit WWE. This just feels like a power play. This just feels like, no. If you're going to do this, you're going to play in our sandbox. Like, you can't just go out and do things yourself. No, you're not your own mind, even though you are your own. It's just, it perplexes me. And a lot of people have just generally across the board, it's just been negatively received. That's what it seems like. Many roster members have just gone mad, really, and been livid about it, and just it seems like there's going to be a bit of a backlash straight away. But then some people, it's weird, some people, this is according to Fightful Select, some people on the main roster have apparently not even really taken this on. They just glanced at the letter and just went, oh, Vince has sent us a letter, yeah, that's cool. And it's like a lot of people glossed over it. But now, obviously, the details have slowly dripped out. You've got to think, even the people who are higher up the food chain, your likes of Randy Orton, your likes of AJ Styles, are going to start going, maybe I'm not completely untouchable in this, and I've got a problem with that. And this is when that word will actually, we're going to actually find out who the real locker room leaders are, to be honest. Like, because we are. Like, we're going to find out the people who are going to sit there and go, right, okay, this is not cool. I'm not happy with this. Yeah. Like, join me. We'll go and, like, hit back. Roman Reigns is a big one. Obviously, when he wasn't involved with WWE for the last couple of months, obviously, because he had to be back home with his newborn kids, he went on Cameo, made a lot of money on Cameo. Like, that's your biggest star, technically. It's your face of the company has been doing this. Are you going to tell Roman Reigns that he can't do that? This feels like the kind of seismic shift or just big pivotal moment in WWE's modern history. Just when things started to seem like on screen, especially like with the product that we've had recently, things seemed like they were starting to come together. Now, they've just pointlessly thrown a spanner into the works. I don't understand.
Yeah, it seems like one of those things where it like on the surface of it, maybe they didn't think it was going to be such a big deal when they released the letter to everyone, but like just the reactions and just what a shitty move it is. Like, come on, guys.
That's the word.
No. So yeah, I'd be interested to see what Vince thinks is this new movement of the rejuvenation of WWE is. Like, we have already reported before about how much control WWE have over people's Twitter accounts, how they have to do some of the like corporate tweets and like the promotion tweets and things like that. Whether they are extending that to the likes of like TikTok and Cameo and all these other things where WWE manages to get a slice of every single pie possible. You've got to assume like every now and then, say, El Generico shirts will appear on Pro Wrestling Tees, or Kevin Steen shirts will appear on Pro Wrestling Tees. Like, is that going to be affected by this? Are they going to completely stop them making money off their old gimmicks and things? Or, like, it's quite far-reaching, and it affects WWE superstars in a way that they won't be able to present who they are as people outside of WWE with maybe the benefits of doing something either after their life in WWE or changing characters and moving to a different company and things like that. They're just stopping people promoting themselves on every single possible level to not only not get themselves over with the fans, but not get themselves over within WWE. Because like, look at the history of people who have got themselves over on social media that has then led into big things for WWE. It's just another way WWE is stopping people getting over, and it's absolutely madness.
It is, and it's the control factor you just said. I think in a weird way, it sounds like a way of trying to stop the likes of your Rusevs, your Zack Ryder, when you had people that were naturally, organically getting over, but that wasn't part of the plan. So I feel like this is their way now to suddenly go, okay, we can control what the plan's going to be now because you don't have the chance to go out and do your own thing. It suddenly got really dark in my room.
You.
As it got dark in the conversation, the video got dark. So there you go. I have that power. Okay, I'm like Vince McMahon. I've got that power.
Vince McMahon, the grand puppet master of WWE, it seems. That's the quick news for this morning. There is going to be another news coming up with all the sort of regular news stuff, but this was just so big that we thought we'd have to cover it in quite detail, so we get this out quick for you. There will be another news video in about 2 hours after this-ish, and then ups and downs for SmackDown after that, and a podcast for SmackDown later on. Busy day. But in the meantime, you can follow me on Twitter. You can follow me at FillMyChambers, and you can follow Gareth
at GMorgan04.
And you can follow everyone at WhatCulture at WhatCultureWWE. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment down below what you think of Vince McMahon controlling every aspect of WWE superstars' lives, it seems, not just their career. Most importantly, have yourselves a bloody good day. See you later.
See you later.